Hi guys, and welcome to the My Inner Sim channel. Today's video is a 10k starter home speed build. I decided to challenge myself a little bit and see if I could actually make a house with just 10,000 simoleons. Now for some reason when I finished the build and looked at the lot value, it was actually worth 10,288 or something like that. And I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I know I used 10,000 simoleons, and you can see that in the video as well. Now, I tried not to make this really basic. I tried to add in a few little bits to make it look a bit better, but it is so hard. Like, I never realised just how difficult this would be. I mean, I just watched my money just deplete, like, rapidly with every item I placed. And I tried really hard not to use the used kitchen appliances like the cooker and the fridge and the used counters. But unfortunately, in the end, I do end up deleting the better ones and putting the used items in instead. I was a little bit disappointed with that because I was trying so hard to keep them in, but it was really sparse and I didn't have like any decorations or like anything nice to make the build look a little bit more homely and less extreme minimalist. So I did have to change those, unfortunately. I also like push back a few walls, make the rooms a little bit smaller here and there as I can, just to kind of save a bit of money that way. When I was reviewing this back, I did notice I put in a slightly more expensive shower, and I didn't realise that I'd done that. I didn't remember, and I could have changed that as well, back to the basic one, but I didn't. So at least they've got a nice shower to use. But yeah, this was really hard. Like, I'm tempted to do it again, and try and do a different shape, try and do different ways of doing it, and see if I can get more in to the build, because I kind of got a bit stuck on the layout with this one. I tried to change it a few times, but it didn't quite work with the roofing and what have you, so I may try a different style at some point. So I'm doing this really because I just wanted to do another speed build and I wasn't sure what to do this time, so I thought I'd try this. I know it's something that, has been around for a while, and I know a lot of people have done it in the past, but obviously I haven't done it before, so it's new to me. But yeah, I kind of thought it went alright. I'm quite pleased with it. I've pushed myself to not use the same colour schemes that I do. I went for a brown bathroom, which I have done in one of my other builds, but yeah, it's not something I do very often. As you know, people tend to, associate bathrooms with blues and what have you, but it's so easy to just end up using blue in this game. It just seems to be like the only colour that really has a lot that goes together, other than, the blacks and the whites and what have you. I didn't really want to have to use the glass front door, but it does seem to be the cheapest door that kind of looks like a front door. I don't know if this is something like more for the style of doors that we have in the UK, but like the panel doors to me are inside doors, like they're what you have into like your bedroom and your bathroom and what have you, and they just to me don't look right as the front door. So yeah, that I kind of didn't want to have to use that, but the price difference is like silly. I started going with a kind of yellow colour scheme in the living room, but I do actually change that for green sofa and green chair, and then eventually don't end up keeping the chair. There's not a colour scheme that I particularly do much in The Sims 4 because I'm not really a fan of the greens in The Sims 4. I prefer more appley kind of greens than this kind of mucky light green. Not even sure what's the best way to describe that colour. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Like I said, you know, you tend to, well, I tend to opt for like blues and what have you in the living room, and I just don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I tried to get rid of this wall and put in some room dividers, but I didn't like them. I didn't quite like the way they looked, and here I am putting the living room back to its original shape. I was struggling to try and make an area that the sofa and TV kind of fit into, and hence why I end up moving the door to the side, so that it creates like a corner of the room that can look like a sitting area and what have you. When it comes to the outside, I do manage to place in some plants, kind of fenced in, a bit like a planter area, just to make it look a little bit prettier outside. I didn't have enough money, unfortunately, to create an outside area to the back of the house, which is a shame. But maybe if I do a 20k or 15k build, that is something I'd be able to do. If there's any other kind of build challenges that you'd like to see me do, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new ideas on videos I can create, especially speed builds, because I love doing those the most. I'm not as much a fan of doing CAS videos, but you know, the speed builds I am really starting to enjoy. I'm kind of exploring a bit more into building, and I think I've come quite a long way in the last 4 months, from doing kind of generic box houses to giving them a little bit more character and really pushing myself to do new things. So yeah, if there's anything you can think of, please let me know and I will give it a go. So I'm not going to talk over the rest of this video. I'm going to leave you here with some music, and then there will be the usual screenshots at the end of the video. I will be uploading this house to the Sims 4 gallery under My Inner Sim, and it will be called 10k Starter Home. So I really hoped you enjoyed watching this speed build, and thanks for watching.